Howdy. Howdy. Okay, a little bit louder. Just a small, tiny little bit louder. Alright, I hope that the audio is alright, and it can be that the game will be either too loud or too silent. Yeah, I've been here doing this thing, got into floor 11, chamber 3. I'm not going to floor 12. There's only one day left. I don't have the time to get into it. Maybe it wouldn't even be difficult. But still, I kinda don't care. So we have... Can I check which one do I have? Because it tells me that I have new reputation quest. Because it's new week. Probably. Haven't done those. But the thing is that I want to do this one. That I even triggered once accidentally, so I exited the game. I don't know what else is voiced, but these are voice acted. Okay. You little guy, where do you go? That's one. So I could see the other one there. So I guess... Oh wait! That's not even required here. Huh? Oh, it will not leave until... Oh, I get it. Okay. But that doesn't tell me how to deal with this one. Because here... Here I would be needed to attach that hook thingy. But where can I get the hook thingy? That's not even what I wanted to.
Wanted my full attention, did you?
What the fuck?
Solidify.
Loaded.
Oh, that's one. So now I only need to get the third one. Why do I have the feeling that maybe it's somewhere there? Oh, there is the hook. How did that get there? Okie doke. Okay, so the thing is that I'm not sure that I'm going to get Kinich. We will see. The initial thing is that he is fun. He has some traversal thingies, but as traversal go, I'm more interested in Xianyun. You know, Cloud Retainer to return. And wish for her. Also, there's the Pyroarchon. There is... I'm not even that interested in... But I don't know about the kit. That could change things, but I'm not interested in... Shilonan. But these can change. Mulan is more like... Maybe there will be something later on. But right now I'm not going to wish for her.
Wow, what an amazing view! And we can even see some Kaholosaurs here and there. Hey, why don't we try to get a picture with one or two of them in the wild?
But what if they try to bite us?
Well, they're so cute. They probably won't do that. Right?
Right.
Huh? What's happening over there?
They're about to bite.
Help! Somebody help us!
Come in. We're right here.
Kaholosaurs are actually biting people!
It's time for us to save the day again. Seems those pictures we wanted will have to wait.
Yeah, we can save those for later. We can't just stand around when someone's calling for help.
Alright. Come in.
Get back!
Filthy savages!
Finally, someone's coming. Please help us!
This is where you fall.
Judging from your clothes, you must be scholars from Sumeru, right?
Hey.
I'm Karya, and this is my senior Varamdra. Thank you so much for saving us.
Varamdra.
A little too close.
Don't mention it. Handling these sort of things is practically second nature to us by now. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Still, it seems that all the Kaholosaurs just ran off. We need to capture at least one alive.
Whoa.
Capture one alive?
Correct. Say, I can see you are very skilled at dealing with them. Do you think you could use me as live bait to help us capture one?
Why?
We'll pay you for the efforts.
Live bait. We just go to them and capture them. It's no need for any bait.
Apologies. Varamdra has been hyper-focused on his research. So please, don't be too hard on him.
Oh, no worries. But why did you approach a whole group of wild Kaholosaurs, and what's this talk about capturing them?
Don't tell me you want to get a picture with them too.
Paimon's pretty sure that's not what they're trying to do.
Hmm?
I'm sure we must look very silly. The fact of the matter is that we're searching for a mysterious island from a certain legend. It's said that a very important clue about the island can be found on Kaholosaurs, so approaching them without the help of a guide from the people of the springs was certainly an unwise choice on our part.
Definitely.
A mysterious island?
Yes, there is a legend from the people of the springs that mentions a mysterious island. Ramja believes the key to his research can be found there.
Are you certain you two won't consider my proposal to capture one?
I mean, I don't like this guy. I don't like those who are that much blindsided.
Some proposal? There's no way we'd be willing to use a person as live bait.
Then I suppose discussing it any further will just be a waste of time.
Yeah.
Just come up with another solution.
For Ramdra.
Oh, all right. You did rescue Karia and I just now, and I suppose I should express some gratitude. Thank you very much.
Okay. Can he leave, do whatever he wants, and we just talk with you?
A little awkward, but Paimon will take it.
We should move on, Karia.
Yeah, you should.
Yes. Thank you again. My apologies. Ramja really doesn't have the best people skills.
No excuse.
That's alright.
No. Yeah, bye. It's her decision if she puts up with that dude.
You really don't see a pair of adventurers like those two every day. But anyway, Paimon's really curious about that mysterious island that lady just mentioned.
Do you want to find the island too, Paimon?
Yeah, who knows? There might be treasure. After all, the amazing places we've explored during our adventures, finding some mysterious island should be a walk in the park for us.
But we don't have any info about this island.
Oh, you're right. The lady mentioned that the mysterious island is related to a legend of the people of the springs. So maybe we can start by asking some of them about it. Time's ticking. Let's get started on our next adventure.
Yay!
But the real question is, who should we ask?
Can we just talk to the chief?
That's an idea. If anyone, the chief of the tribe should know the details.
Well, yeah. That didn't last long. Wait, is there something? No. There is not something. What? External saurians entry prohibited. I'm curious. Yeah. Well. I get it. Okay, I have some pieces for that, but not... I think I can make one ring of those, but I think there are multiple walls like these. Huh.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
I would agree. Okay, how far? I know it's right here. So why was I so impatient? A book. Maeve and Manitou. Is that the Moana story? Mm-hmm. Hey, Chief.
Someone looking for me. Oh, why, I bet is it the traveler and her companion. So what brings you here? Do you need help with anything?
Hmm?
We want to visit the mysterious island.
The mysterious island, huh?
Is there something wrong?
I'm assuming you two are already aware that this island is related to a legend of my people.
Yeah, but now that you mention it, we don't know anything about the actual legend yet.
Then allow me to explain it to you two. It is said that the first chief of the people of the Springs was the most outstanding guide in all of Natlan. He discovered many deserted domains and found countless treasures. But to prove himself once more, he embarked on yet another journey in search of a legendary, mysterious island. He endured many hardships along the way, but he persevered and managed to reach the destination. The
Okay.
island emits a golden light where countless treasures are buried. But instead of claiming the treasures for himself, he left behind a trail of clues that lead to the island.
Okay.
Since then, many people from later generations have undertaken the challenge of finding the island. After all, to find the island is to find riches and glory.
Oh, that makes sense. So could you tell us how to get to that island?
Heh.
Oh, Paimon gets it. This is like a big secret for the people of the spring, so you can't just tell anyone, right?
Well, probably she doesn't know.
On the contrary, it's quite the opposite. The legend and the clues needed to find the island are all already known to the public.
Oh. Well, then what's the problem?
Well, I'm willing to answer your question in exchange for a favor. What do you think?
I mean, it's publicly known. Everybody had to do a favor just to know the details. Really? Really?
Sure thing. Well, what do you need us to do?
Then you have my thanks. Allow me to tell you some details. I'll be honest, there are some among the tribe who are of rather base character. Not long ago, I received a report that a few of them were working together to scam visitors. As the chief of the tribe, I was very ashamed to hear of this.
It's really hard to believe that could happen.
They are targeting tourists who wish to visit that island.
I make it a little bit louder. Not that. That shouldn't have been heard.
According to my sources, they would trick tourists into believing they are trustworthy guides before luring the tourists into spending a fortune for the sake of reaching the island. They run a pretty sophisticated operation. They would always claim the scammed money is some kind of legal travel expenditure, so it's hard to use that to directly convict them. So, I was hoping to find someone who could approach them and pretend to get scammed. Doing so would allow us to gather the evidence required to bring them to justice. The problem
Okay.
is, they would certainly recognize anyone associated with me, which is why I haven't been able to carry out the plan yet.
So, we just said that no human bait, and now we are going to play human bait.
Oh, Paimon understands now. We're the perfect bait because we're both tourists.
Exactly. And as far as I know, you two are no pushovers. No matter what nefarious schemes they may come up with, you'll be perfectly capable of protecting yourselves, right?
You betcha. If it's just a few scammers we're talking about, she'll take them all down.
Yep. Yep, I'm doing the thing.
Wonderful. Then here, please take this.
Okay, it's a pouch.
Whoa, that's a lot of Mora. Did we already earn a bonus?
There will be plenty of rewards if you manage to catch those scoundrels. This Mora, however, is for other purposes. I'm sure some spending will be required on your part before they lower their guard. I certainly wouldn't expect you to pay out of your own pockets. So please use the Mora as needed, and collect as much evidence as possible.
No wonder you're the chief. Seems like you've already thought of everything. Okay, we'll take it from here.
Yeah, we can spend money.
Mark the location of the scammers on your map. I'll leave the rest to you two.
All right. Okay. Let's spend some money. That's a quest. That's very important to spend some money. And they are not far away. That's a solid dance move. In a group. So we're not even going to do anything, just watch. Probably. Okay. That guy in the middle, that's the scammer.
Should be the place. Now let's see if anyone around here looks like a scammer.
Try on.
Oh, right. We should pretend we are innocent tourists with no idea about what's going on.
Yeah.
But how should we lure those scammers out?
Maybe try talking about the mysterious island.
Good idea. Speaking of which, Paimon's dying to know what kind of treasures could be buried on the mysterious island. Wonder if anyone's ever really seen them before.
Ah! Are you two visitors from afar looking to visit the mysterious island?
Okay.
Oh, looks like we managed to lure them out already.
Come on, Paimon, don't forget our roles. It could be that this guy is not even the scammer. It's just an actual guy who would like to help us or get info out of us, or maybe.
Is something the matter?
I just happened to overhear you two talking about the mysterious island. I assume you two must be tourists, brought here by the legend and looking for the island. Am I right?
Hello, Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. That's right. We were just getting ready to look for that island from the legend.
In that case, as a qualified guide, I certainly cannot allow you to embark on such a dangerous journey.
Uh-huh.
As the legend says, if you can manage to reach the mysterious island, riches and glory will be yours for the taking. Be that as it may, the journey to the island is full of untold perils and dangers. It would be nigh impossible for any average person to reach the island. But you are in luck. Allow me to tell you the purpose of our services. It just so happens that our mission as guides is to help visitors avoid danger, find shortcuts, and successfully reach their destination.
Okay. Promises, promises, promises. So this was all a pitch for your services?
Please, there's no need to worry. This was just one point I had to make perfectly clear. Although the legend and the clues to finding the island are known to everyone, the leads left behind by our ancestors are as enigmatic as riddles found on a lost treasure map. Only guides bestowed with the legacy of our ancestors can correctly decipher the clues. Tourists who rashly embark on their own often wind up lost and encounter unnecessary dangers.
He actually sounds pretty convincing.
Yeah.
But it seems like fate has brought us together. So, what say you to having me as your guide?
What if he's not a scammer and we just go and find the treasures and whatnot?
So how much will you charge us?
Not to worry. I don't intend to charge any fees.
What?
So you'd be working for free?
For us, people of the Springs, guiding guests to the mysterious island is a great honor in and of itself, worth more than any amount of mora.
Smooth. Paimon almost wants to believe him.
This is all still a part of his sales pitch. We need to see what he actually wants to do.
Alright, thank you. Then please, guide us onward.
Of course. Please, follow me.
I mean, how far are we going? That's alright. Hmm. Okay, 2 more that I need for the daily. There is not 2 more. Oh. Oh, that might be something different than I thought.
Are you two here to take pictures with the Koholosaurs?
Really? Can we?
That's what we wanted to do originally.
Huh? Oh, you two must be here to seek insight from Atta, right?
Atta? Insight?
Shh, not so loud. Openly saying their name in such a manner will only cause them to loathe you.
I apologize for not explaining earlier. As you can see, Atta is the elder Koholosaur. My senior here is responsible to serve. Atta is highly respected among the tribe and is far more knowledgeable than other Koholosaurs. They say that Atta has actually visited the mysterious island before. Therefore, we must rely on Atta's insight to know how to get there.
Really? But how do we do that? Can a Koholosaurus elder talk?
You need only slowly approach Atta. Once Atta has confirmed your scent, they will provide their wise insight. In the language of the Koholosaurs, of course. But no need to worry. The ability to interpret this language is one of the basic skills required of a guide from the people of the Springs.
Oh, really?
I can understand Atta's instructions and will lead you on the journey ahead.
Alright, then let's give it a try.
That'll be 10,000 mora per person.
Alright.
In order for Atta to give us insight, they must recall their past, which can be extremely taxing for a Koholosaur.
Taxing.
Costs to maintain their health can be quite high, you know.
I'm sorry. Such expenses may arise in the process of finding our way, but as long as we reach the mysterious island, these costs will be quite trivial in the end.
There you have it. Paimon knew there was no such thing as a free lunch.
Just pay up. Let's not make him suspicious. It should also help us gather evidence.
Oh, Paimon has an idea. She bets they've just made up all that stuff about the talking Koholosaur. But if we can get a receipt, that'll be proof that they're scamming tourists. With that kind of evidence, there'll be no doubt they're guilty.
What's taking them so long? Well, what do you say? I'll even throw in a group photo of you two with Atta. You won't ever find another deal like this.
Oh, that's an unexpected bonus. Quick, let's pay the man.
Whatever makes you happy, Paimon. Okay. So can I take this? Yeah. Just one. Oh, fuck you. Huh? Where's the other one? There are no more bubbles. Huh. Slowly approach from the back.
Whoa, Atta really didn't try to bite us at all.
You can also pose now if you'd like a photo together.
Hey. Yeah, we got the picture. He's posing. What? It makes a noise, but it's hard to tell the meaning.
Oh, Atta is already speaking? Let me listen to what they have to say. Oh, I see.
Could you really get anything from that noise?
Of course. Like I said, only a guide like me can understand their language. Let's follow Atta's instructions and proceed to the next area.
Here's your group photo. I even packaged it up for free.
Oh.
Any chance we could get a receipt for that?
No problem at all. Here you go.
Please, come with me.
We still have a lot of the chief's more to use. Why don't we keep up the act and gather some more evidence?
Good idea.
Hyman's curious what other tricks these scammers are using.
These will probably be just like normal guys. I mean, scammers. Basically, they are already scammers.
These guys are going way too far. He keeps coming up with some far-fetched reasons to make us pay for everything. With all the evidence we have now, we could bring him straight to the chief and he'd definitely be convicted. But after handing over all that Mora, Hyman kinda wants to see if he'll actually take us to the island or not.
It wouldn't hurt to gather some more evidence.
Sorry to keep you waiting. After all the clues we've gathered, I've managed to find a shortcut to the island.
Oh, alright, then let's get going!
Carlos recommended expedition blah blah blah. Photo with Atta. Nah. There you go. It wasn't worth it.
This is the spot. The trails of sunlight will guide the way. Once you cross the rushing water, the light of the setting sun shall reveal everything. Atta's insights have already pointed us to the destination. It's just on the opposite bank.
You mean, we're almost there? Huh. But there wasn't even anything exciting about this journey.
As I said before, this is a shortcut. If I took you on some arduous path after all the Mora you spent, that wouldn't make me look like a good guide, don't you think? Anyway, there's no time to lose. We need to get there before sunset.
Reach the mysterious island. Well, whatever. Let's not get sidetracked then.
According to Atta's insights, this is the place. We're here.
You mean the mysterious island?
Yes, I've led you to the island just as I promised, which means it's time for me to say goodbye.
Hold on! Are you serious? This is supposed to be the island? Then what about the treasure? And look at these wooden signs and artificial lights! Even we can tell it's fake!
All that stuff about treasure is just part of the legend. I didn't make any promises about what you'd find. And who says a mysterious island can't look like this?
Well, it was mysterious, when just a little bit.
Huh. Since you seem to have dropped the act, then there's no need for us to continue either. We were commissioned by the chief of the people of the Springs to gather evidence of your scamming activities. With these receipts, your scamming days are over.
You sure? Then what's written on those receipts?
Huh. Let's see. Huh? Wait, all the writing has disappeared.
I took you all this way just to buy enough time for the handwriting to disappear. Even if you were to go back to the people you paid, you'd only find that they were using fake names, making them impossible to track down. You want to report me for scamming tourists? Then be my guest. I'll just say that I'm being falsely accused. With that settled, I'll be going now.
Huh.
Now he's trying
Okay.
to get away. Let's go after him.
Yeah, we beat him.
It's the chief!
Yep.
What's the chief doing here?
I had dispatched others to secretly trail you. Thanks to you, we can finally convict him of scamming people.
Huh.
Convict me? How? They don't have any evidence against me. Even as the chief, you can't just level accusations without any evidence.
I mean, this is kind of like you're admitting, you know, it's. You cannot be that blunt over it.
Sorry to say it, but he got us. We lost all the evidence we had. Not to worry. Let's search him first.
Hmm?
Hey, what are you doing? Keep your hands off me! That's my Mora!
Yes, I see the mark. Looks like you already split the Mora before you let them here.
What do you mean?
The Mora was not real.
The Mora that the Traveler and Paimon were using today were all provided by me. They all have a special mark on them.
You...
So, there must be an explanation why the Mora that should have been theirs ended up in your hands, right? There are no receipts to prove that any transactions took place, and you yourself just denied that there was a scam. So did you then take the Mora from them by force?
Huh.
Take Mora from others by force? Oh, that's an even more serious crime than scamming!
You... Ugh. All right. Sure, I admit that I coaxed them into spending a few times, but I wouldn't go as far as calling it scamming.
Well, call it whatever you want.
We have witnesses standing right here, you know.
Fine. Yes, it was all a scam.
Woohoo! No wonder you're the chief of the tribe!
Yeah, that was actually smart.
I still don't understand how so many people have been getting duped by them. You need only stop and think for a moment to see through the whole thing. If he claims to be able to find a shortcut to the mysterious island, then why hasn't he just gone there and claimed the treasure for himself? Why even bother guiding others there? That's a good point. Speaking of, have any guides from the people of the springs ever found the treasure of the mysterious island? I can answer this question along with your previous one about how to get there. The answer is actually very simple. There is no shortcut to the island, and most people don't even meet the requirement to ever reach it. If you don't meet this single condition, then even guides from the people of the springs, despite all of their abilities, will find it difficult to overcome the obstacles along the way. Which is exactly why, even though the clues to the mysterious island are open to the public, few have ever made it there. There's a requirement? What is it? Let me ask you something first. What do you think a real journey to the mysterious island should be like? It should probably involve overcoming a lot of hardships with your companions before witnessing some breathtaking sights, uncovering a really touching story, oh, and scoring some super cool treasure at the end.
Of course.
And therein lies the key point. Overcoming hardships with your companions. It's said that when the first chief set out to search for the island, the ones who accompanied him were not clients nor tourists, but his closest friends. The legend also mentioned that only those willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to reach the island together.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, the requirement to reach the island is journeying with your closest friends. The kind of friends you would trust with your life.
Okay.
So that's the key. From what I can see, you and Paimon are exactly those kinds of friends. The kind that would trust each other with anything. But, unfortunately, neither of you are experienced guides. And if you were to hire someone else, then I'm afraid you could probably never place your lives in the hands of someone you met on a pure monetary basis.
That okay, that's logical on a spiritual level or something, but not on a material level. It doesn't make sense. Although this tablet has its own laws, so
That's true. But don't feel discouraged. I believe that this beautiful land that I call my home will not disappoint you. Whether it's remote islands or ancient ruins, I'm sure they can also provide you with plenty of exciting adventures. And let me tell you a secret. The elders once told me that beneath these very ruins lies a way to reach the sky. Yeah, thanks for that. But knowing us, we don't give up so easily even when a place is supposedly impossible to visit.
that's true.
Oh, I can understand. I won't stop you if you're still interested in finding the island. I just recommend finding a guide first who you could trust with your lives. A guide we could trust with their lives? Oh, who knows when we'll meet someone like that around here?
Maybe it won't take as long as you think.
Oh, we could go find more Lani!
Well, that was quick.
It appears you've already
Oh,
made up your
what up,
mind.
AK?
Then I'll be taking my leave. My assistants will pay you for all your help. Thanks again. Okay, bye-bye!
Okay, bye bye. And it's the end of it. Alrighty, let's. I mean, there is something else left. Yep, I'm just quickly finishing this because I'm going to work later. I'm just quickly finishing this voiced part of the reputation because, well, I can accidentally run into these quests and that makes my exploration get limited. Alrighty. So we have that. But so this is already available. What about the other two? Hey, happy New Year, basically. This one is coming soon. And the other one is... We have a date on this one. Yeah, I'm planning, like always. This one, even Genshin, I only play right now because it's Natlan came out and there was the story quest and this for exploration. But yeah, I'm basically not really playing anything. But I bought God of War. In the meantime. So this one in 2 days, 2 hours. Okay, but that other one that has the finish. Okay, let's see. I mean, I did give you a lot of games already, but I cannot give you the ones that I have in my library. Can only give ones that I have the codes, the redeem codes. And it's not that I don't want to play, it's more like I
Sorry.
kinda don't have the
there aren't
time.
any black swimming floaters here.
Hey! So, actually in the meantime, I managed to... how's it? So I was on a diet and I lost more than 20 kilograms. So I'm kinda how I was in my 20s. In that one, but I'm not finished yet. And after that there will be the exercising part. But right now, well, I'm not going to give you my Excel sheet now. That's... don't be greedy, you got a lot.
But why? Black floaters look really cool.
May I ask whether you've had some bad luck lately?
Freaking chair. I'm never lucky with these chairs.
Well, yeah, sorta. The last pair of black floaters I bought ended up getting bitten by Koholosaur. I nearly drowned. Which is why I want to buy some new ones.
I wouldn't go that far, like thousands of dollars. These are like dollar games, most of them. Some of them are better. Okay, I get it, but nowadays it's like you have such a vast choice of games, and so many of them are either free, like this one. I still haven't paid a penny on this one. Yeah, if not if, when. No, it's still an if. But you know, I talked about that. I will be probably moving in this year. Still waiting on that that part, but for the money part that would be available for it, that should be coming this month. But we will see how it ends, because yeah, I'm worried that you know, people promise way too easy stuff. So, but after that, after moving, face cam would be probably more likely. I don't know. I don't know yet, because I get into expectations with myself, but right now it's none of this is my priority at the moment. Right now it's like everything else is more important. Sometimes I'm able to play a little. I would like to have more time for that, but it's not that easy. There are so many things. Whatever. Let's go with the story.
I knew it. I specifically asked an expert from the Masters of the Nightwind about this once. Black floaters bring bad luck.
All right.
Really?
Also, have you by any chance become a mosquito magnet? Or found
What?
yourself overheating? Maybe even suffering a little heat stroke?
Yeah, that's exactly how I've been feeling. It's all starting to make sense now.
In that case, I'd recommend either pink or blue swimming floaters. According to the experts, bright colors can not only lift your mood, but also bring good luck. I'll even offer you a discount if you'd like. Just see it as a way of celebrating your luck taking a turn for the better.
No, it's this moving is more like right now I'm living in a rent, in a flat that I'm renting. But if I move, if that happens the way that we plan, family wise, so it's not just me. Then that new flat, new place, that will be on my name. So I wouldn't have to pay rental. That would change a lot of things. And that would mean that the places that I can change it the way that I want to, because it will be mine. But it's in the same city where I was born.
You'd really do that? Then I'll take one of each.
You got it. Ahem.
Yep, that's why it's such a big deal, and that's why it probably will not be this as if we are talking about an issue, but it could become an issue. But whatever. So this issue is not going to be solved like that quickly. Just it's not an easy thing. It's more complicated, and family is involved. So let's get into that.
Well, hello there. If it isn't the traveler in Paimon.
Well, expensive.
Been a while, Mulan.
Good to see you again. But in this case, it would be more like switching places, trading, or in the best case scenario, it would be like just one peer-to-peer trade. That's how it goes. So it could be that if we are lucky with it, then no money would be involved. I mean, no transaction in that way. But we'll see. Good to see you again.
All that stuff you were saying just now really true? Do pink and blue floaters really bring good luck?
Of course. I know a friend who nearly drowned once, but because she was wearing blue floaters, a group of Kaholosaurs came to the rescue and brought her back to shore.
That's racist.
But let's get back to why you're here. Are you looking to buy some water sports products? Come on, don't be strangers now. I can give you whatever you need. You are guests here after all. It's only natural for me to give some gifts to you.
No. We actually came here to ask you to be our guide.
Freaking pink and blues. They cannot say black or yellow.
Well, you've come to the right person. So, where do you want to go?
We want to visit the mysterious island from the legend.
Oh yeah.
Trip to the mysterious island. Oh.
Well, you're so interested. Well, according to Google, the 22 million foreign would be like 55,000. What we are talking about here, the price range that I am talking about is 55,000 euros. So I will not do tour guides and whatnot. It's that. I'm doing gameplay streams. That's like, who would care? I mean, I know you would say that you would, but still, that would be like if I'm making the video to you. I mean, that's it's just, and I wouldn't even be interesting probably because I don't even know yet what will be, and there's like nothing interesting. I have a setup for my gaming and streaming, which is like very DIY. That's how you say it. Very DIY and not very homely. But still, for me it's comfortable. That's the main thing. But there is nothing else. A bed, clothes. I have a kitchen and I have a bathroom and I have another room that's basically clothes and books. So many books and you know, boxes, like a storage. So yeah, it's not fun.
Have any concerns, Mulani?
I assume you're already aware of how difficult the trip will be, right?
Kinda.
Your chief has already made that pretty clear. But with our adventuring experience and with you as our guide, we'll definitely be able to reach the mysterious island.
Wife. No, that's not missing here at all. From here. It's like... No. What Ben? What Ben?
Then I'll have to explain some things to you first. I learned all my skills as a guide from Uncle Nu, and he's the best guide in the whole tribe. But apparently, even he has never successfully reached the island.
Like, why would I? I wouldn't ruin my life with a woman. I mean, I tried it many times and I called it differently because I thought that it will be better with women, but it wasn't. So, yeah. Why would I go in that direction again? I learned my lesson.
With a good guide to lead the way, a journey should usually be fun and pleasant. However, going to the mysterious island is different. And I don't know if I can guarantee that. But since it's you two asking, I definitely won't refuse.
Yeah, the last chick who I said no to asked me the same thing. It's like when people say that, okay, I had enough of women and I'm better off without them, then it's like either incel or virgin is what's coming up nowadays. It's like, no, they are toxic, and life is worse except if you find the right one. But that's I'm past that age. I can get rejects, throwaways, like second one, whatever. But they would be, as I would be settling with them, they would be settling with me, and there would be like a lot of toxicity thrown around. Why would I? When I was going for it seriously, they were not taking it seriously. I wouldn't think that okay, they grew up, then now they are serious. No, it's probably other people realized that they did not take it serious, and they just threw them away. And the ones who did take life and relationships seriously, those are already taken. Those not, they don't get thrown away. You think that that's only one woman that I'm talking about, or a girl? It's like all of them. There are rare, very rare, very, very rare exceptions. And I was even for them to average. But I had my fair share of, bad choices. Let's say that. Or choices that turn out to be bad, or And it's not. Doesn't have to be the worst. It just has to be bad at the right point in at the relationship. At the right point, I mean, where they would end it. You know. No, it's not. No, it's not that. Not that. It's toxic is the word that is easy to use. This to not get deep into it, because I don't want to get deep into it. It's very very easy that you know, that's not even toxic, but you can call it toxic when there are hardships in life, and they are like, you wouldn't even realize that they would leave you because you're struggling with anything, but they leave you regardless very soon after they realize that you are not full of cash. It's not. I mean, the thing is that that I did not experience it as I was used and thrown away by them. But later, much later, much later, I realized that that was the case. That's the case that they wouldn't even admit to themselves that it was like just for fun. Because now I realize, now I see, because now women are much more open about it. Not part of them are gold diggers. It's more like you know, they look at you and they assume that you are like this kind of guy. You have this kind of background. You are this and this and this. They assume. Because they want it to be like that, but then when they realize that it's not the case, that was their own wishful thinking, they don't even tell you that that was the problem, that you didn't meet their expectations. They will just leave with whatever excuse that they can get. It's not even important. It's not my Steam library. That's not richness. That's like, that's a hobby, and they don't care about anything like that. They care about bank account, they care about car, they care about where do you live, what kind of flat. Yeah, that's true. They get bored really quickly. So if you have something, it doesn't matter in 10 years that you have the same thing. It's like you don't have more, then you're unsuccessful in life. And it's not just women, it's like capitalism is like that. Yeah, you told me about that. That's why I'm saying that. Yeah, no. And also, women go with the person who is there. So, for example, like long distance relationships. No, that's not it. That's not it. That is very exceptional. Very lucky for very lucky people that it would work out. And even when it works out, so many times there's a cheating that never got discovered. Not just one. I'm saying that I know about those people who are still together after more than 10 years and whatnot, and when they started, it was long distance relationship, and both of them were going their different ways. They just did not tell each other. Yeah, that's no. We got into that. It's not. Let's not get into that. No women. No need. Better off.
It's just my duty as a guide to explain these things before I officially agree to go on the journey.
Paimon thought this would be a piece of cake for you, but it seems like we're actually asking a lot. Paimon will feel really guilty to make a friend go through a bunch of trouble just for the sake of finding some treasure.
I mean, okay, let's be real. Let's not put everything on them. So I had my part in whatever happened, and I was not the most successful guy. I'm not saying, it's just the lies were more on their side. Okay. So, I mean, how can that be a problem that somebody is loyal and honest? So if there is that modern take, whenever I am like whenever I want to present myself as how I believed that how the world is and how I would want a relationship to be to work and the harmony, and then I'm old-fashioned. Then I'm like even called clingy, very love-bombing, even though I learned that it's not even what it means, but people use it anyway. I'm called narcissist. I'm called misogynist. I'm called so many things, and for me being like the one who wanted to make the relationship worthwhile, the other one just made me do all these struggles and didn't care about it. Not just one, but more like almost all of them. So that's a little bit that takes away from what it's worth. It's not really worth that, you know. Okay, guilty for go through a bunch of trouble. Yeah, that's not ideal.
Mualani?
Whoa, what's the hurry?
Come on, what are you waiting for? Kolo just got back to the tribe. I heard he found another underground ruin full of treasure.
Another?
Oh, Kolo's back. Wait for me.
Who's Kolo?
Oh, he's currently ranked as the #1 guide in the People of the Springs. Besides the tribe's first chief, he's the only other guide who's ever made it to the mysterious island.
Really?
He's always out and about, so we don't get to see him often. Sounds like this is quite an occasion, though. Let's go check it out. Let me put up the closed sign first.
Oh. Okay, let's focus on the story now, because I don't have much time, and I don't know how this last act will, how much this last act will take. You mean Black Myth Wukong? I know about it, but I don't have it.
The crystals you asked for can only be found in caverns deeper than 500 meters underground. Here, have a look for yourself. As for the people you asked me to take along, they almost all got lost in a cave. Out of my sense of duty as a guide, I brought them all back. Next time, just save the trouble and let me go alone.
Huh.
Indeed. Well done.
No wonder he's the best. I wouldn't dare to go more than 200 meters down into a cavern like that.
I wonder how much he made this time.
Whoa, he really does sound like a super amazing guide. Do you think you could get some pointers from him, Mualani? Who knows? Maybe he could save us some trouble on our trip to the mysterious island.
Ko'olo always treats his experience like trade secrets. He never tells anyone anything about being a guide.
Oh, okay.
But one day, I'll also be able to reach the island.
That's him, right? Do you really think you'll be able to get his help?
I don't think so.
Allow me to do the talking.
Oh yeah, do the talking.
You must be the top guide of your tribe. I have a commission that I hope you'd be willing to consider.
That guy sure looks familiar. Oh, aren't those two the scholars from Sumeru who were bitten by the Koholosaurs?
Yeah.
They also wanted to go to the mysterious island, right? Seems they finally realized that they need a guide.
The commission? Since you've obviously heard about my abilities, have you also happened to hear about my rates? If you're not intimidated by the price, then we can talk.
Yes, I've looked into everything I need to know. As long as the trip is a success, then the commission fees won't be a problem.
Oh? And where is it you want to go?
The mysterious island.
Just as Paimon thought.
Okay, these two
But first,
share a
please
look.
don't misunderstand. I'm no tourist. I wish to visit the real place.
You hear that? He wants to go to the island.
Oh, how could he?
In that case, Ko'olo's the only one for the job. But the journey to the island requires a lot more than just a guide, right?
Since you want to visit the real mysterious island, then I'm sure you've also heard about the requirement for our trip, right?
Yes, I know. According to the legend, only those who are willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to reach the island together.
Oh, Karya maybe has some second thoughts?
I must reach that island, even if that means putting my life in someone else's hands. I have made up my mind.
But that someone else would put their lives in your hand?
Don't waste your words on me. The way I see it, the requirement is just a way to weed out those who do not have the skills to reach the island by themselves.
Oh, really?
You...
You say you'd put your life in somebody else's hands? Ridiculous. Even if someone were to trust me with their life, they'd just be another burden. Let's look at it the other way around. Why would I place my life in the hands of someone whose abilities are far below mine? That is what the legend is really hinting at here. Any guides in the tribe have received commissions like this, only to end up bogged down by their incompetent clients long before reaching the destination. How do you think I reached the mysterious island? I made it because I chose to go alone.
Well, I'm different. I'm no ordinary tourist.
Oh, yeah. You have eyebrows.
That doesn't make much of a difference to me. You'll give up halfway at best, which is a waste of my time. And a waste of your commission fees. I can tell you're just looking to explore something new. If that's the case, then you can find another guide in the tribe. For example... New student, over there.
What's up with that guy's attitude? Paimon takes back everything nice she said about him.
Yeah.
I have things to do now. Goodbye.
Hold on, Ko'olo.
What's wrong? I'm only introducing a potential client to you because I know you're a teacher. In fact, I'd say it's quite the opportunity.
Never mind that for now. I don't agree with your views on the island. Uncle New taught me that.
I know. You're just the same as him. You both obviously hope to prove yourselves, but still think that you have to follow the legend to the letter, waiting for a cumbersome client to find you before even trying to set off.
I mean, which game? Which one? With whatever kind you are interested in. That's. I don't know. I'm interested in the big titles usually, if they go for me. But for long run, for example, for me, Genshin, as you can see, one of is there, and on my phone it's Guardian Tales that I play for 4 years, more than 4 years now. That takes a lot of time, but it's more like a lot of time on the long run. Just playing, it's like there's also, like in Genshin, there's a lot of things to do. That's not really you have your interest in gaming. It's more like a it's not about gaming. I know it's more like about how attention span is has changed for young people, and even for older ones. So I have friends in the same age as I am, so over 40, who are that way, that they would want to. They finally have time to play games, but they don't have any games that they would be that much interested in that they were back then. And the thing is, how I talk with them, they are not interested in those games that they were playing. So when going back to play something that they know that they enjoy, they are talking about it that I'm not really. So it's it's not about the games. The games are alright. I mean, there are games that are alright, not all of them. Of course, there are predatory monetary politics, but that's a different story. It's more like you, as you manage your life, because right now, for example, that's why I'm not forcing any new game. As like, for example, I was starting Bioshock like a half a year ago. I don't know exactly. It's just I started it, and I'm really interested in it. It's just I don't have the circumstances to continue. I would want to finish the Metro series. I would want to finish the Dishonored series. And I would want to get into other ones. I still haven't played GTA 5 more than 10 years after it came out. I never started that game. Dark Souls series, those are there also. Like all the other, like for me, it's from the Souls games, Steel Rising is one that I'm very interested in. It's probably like a mediocre games for most people, but I am really interested in it. It's more like and it's not that I'm not playing it while streaming. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it on my free time either. I have games games installed that I will just play on my own if I would have a time or anything, but I'm not going into them because the circumstances are not right. But I'm interested in all of them. So yeah, circumstances. Like just right now, I have Sam & Max Hit the Road, Signalis, Bioshock, Fallback, Cyberpunk, Pray for the Gods, Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Mortal 11, Star Wars Force Unleashed, Submerged, Jump King, Oddworld Apes Odyssey, Ghost of a Tale, Life is Strange Before the Storm, Evans Remains, yeah, and Septera Core. Did I say Septera Core? So these are the games and Genshin that are installed on my computer at this moment, and half of them I haven't even touched. It's more like you realize that there are other things and not just gaming. It's you get out into life, but it doesn't have to be a trade. For example, before I not that I started streaming, but a few years before I started streaming, more like when I started to get back into gaming, and I was like forcefully sitting myself down to get used to sit at the computer that much, because almost for 10 years before that I barely played anything. That's why I have such a backlog of games that I should play. That's more than 10 years back. At so many games that I would want to know the story of, but I want to play them, not just watch somebody and know the story. There are those kinds as well, but it's more like if you're not used to the thing that you are playing games, or also that could be like parents do this, like they tell you that it's like an unnecessary thing. It's like just a hobby. It's like a waste of time. That sticks with you, and whenever you sit down, you can feel like, okay, I'm wasting my time. I can make or do something more productive. And sometimes that's the case, and that's not the shame. Not the shame at all. Oh, not the shame at all. So in my 20s, for example, even though I was gaming a lot, time was flowing differently back then. Even though I was gaming a lot, I was definitely not gaming that much that I was out and about with friends and getting drunk, and that's not the main thing here. It's just we were there. Some of them, they stayed drunk, but for more than 6 years, I say that like every weekend we got drunk. It's just it wasn't the main thing that to get drunk, to get together with your friends, and together you were like managing to have fun. But it's you know, that's the more important thing, because you know, you get a lot of friends, and even though if you get a lot of friends, or you get a lot of get to know a lot of people whom you can have fun with, they will go away and only a few remain, and then you will be like, where are the people? As they grow up, they have lives, circumstances that they cannot manage, not just gaming but getting together with friends. That gets difficult. Actually, at that point, gaming gets more easy because you don't have the time, or your friends don't have the time for you, so you have to do something home alone, because that's that, or you spend it with your family if you the family is there. But even when the family is there, that alone time is the only time that you can spend with gaming. So yeah, at 40 it's much more difficult that way. And that's why I'm like, okay, when young people say that they lost interest in gaming, and it's not because getting together with friends and socializing, then that's something to look after. Okay, that's doom scrolling. The doom scrolling makes you addicted to dopamine, which is because of the short attention span. You cannot have a longer attention span with gaming. Actually, probably for you, those games, very short games that are very intensive on the brain, those can grab your attention the easiest. That's not saying that those not get the situation worsened. So practice the other end. Dark Souls is very much practicing the other end, I say, because that's like demanding to the brain. Okay, but I still really have to finish this. Oh, I would say 50 hours on the game. That back then, that was a good game for me, because back then the games were made better in that way. But for example, Gothic games were like that. But that's the shame. If there's a 50-hour game that you run through in 20 hours, then you lost so many, and probably the most interesting part of the game. Like here, for me, Genshin, it's more like 4,000 hours, or I don't know, maybe even more, probably more. But there are so many secrets that I still don't know. After years, I'm still interested. So pretty much the opposite. And still, I haven't missed more than like 2 weeks altogether. The days like 10-15 days altogether, more than 4 years. Oh no, not more than 4 years. It will be 4 years in November.
Mualani?
The rare ores I brought back are proof that I've been to the island. But as for New, where's his proof? Why don't you wait until he's actually found the island before you start using his views to refute me?
Huh. After Cole leaves, the crowd begins to disperse.
I'm really sorry. I just wanted to take you to see what the excitement was all about. I wasn't planning on getting into an argument with him again.
Again?
That Kolo seemed to harbor some kind of grudge against you, Mualani. Or maybe your teacher.
I know. Quite an impressive achievement for my teacher, huh? Even the best guide in the tribe can't stop talking about him.
Well, that definitely works. I'm really so. For example, I did not play any games, new games, because I did not stream. It's you could see, but in the last half a year, I don't know exactly. I'm not counting these things. You know. Oh, but I did stream. Remember me? You saw that? I did play the Tomb Raider remake, the 2013, the first one, because that's the best one. And I probably played something else that I don't remember. I do play Submerged from time to time. It's like 1 or 2 hours at a time, so it's not like it's a half an hour maybe. But those are months apart. Yeah, I saw you got it. Tomb Raider. Now that's it. 2013 Tomb Raider is slow. I don't get it. Then what would you think the 2 other iterations, because they are bigger and whatnot, but much slower. Because the hub part slows it down way more. Yeah, that's like huge monsters. I mean, I like huge monsters, but for me, story, background, lore, like figuring out mystery, climbing, puzzles, those beats monsters every time. It's a cool thing to get. For example, that's why probably I would assume that's why people say that what is Uncharted is better than Tomb Raider. Because that's like basically a cinematic that you sometimes interact with. But Tomb Raider is more like, okay, there's a game that sometimes is interrupted with cinematic. Even though it's much more cinematic, but still, it leaves you with the game. While in Uncharted, you're just, okay, sometimes you are the one who are shooting, but you just have to go. But other times it's even scripted that way, that okay, you believe that you are the one who was shooting. I wouldn't say it's overrated. I'm saying it's a different game, and I really appreciate Tomb Raider. Yet we will see the next one. I'm cautious. But I do appreciate Tomb Raider for being what it is. You know, this puzzle and climbing kind of thing, not just a cinematic part. For that, there is the Uncharted, and I really like, and the characters are good. Characters are much better. Story is better, I would argue. I would argue that the Tomb Raider 2013 story is not the worst there. I mean, that is on the same level as usually Uncharted ones. I'm not sure. I'm saying things now that I don't agree with. We'll see. It's more like my problem with the Tomb Raider, the new trilogy, is more like the second story is very similar to the first one, and the third story is very similar to the second one. So altogether, this whole thing, I'm not getting that scale for the danger that it is imposing. So I don't think that they conveyed that. I think they did it better in the second one. The build up would have been good, but the third one, that was like an isolated too much isolated compared to what it means. And the enemy is, I liked the enemy as how smart he was, but then he just disappeared and appeared at the end as a very different enemy, and that's like, nope, you did not do your homework. But with the puzzles, the exploration, that's I think that's the best in the third one.
Oh, I thought you'd be more upset.
Of course not. Uncle New has also argued with Ko'olo before. I've already heard the same words several times now. It's hard to prove anything to him unless you've actually been to the island.
You also really hope to reach the island, right, Melanie?
That's right. It's just that I've always seen the journey as something super important and not to be taken lightly. I was really surprised when you asked me to be your guide today.
That's interesting because Tropico I'm not interested in, but Cities and Skylines I did install once, and I found out that that's not the kind of city builder that I'm interested in, because I would like to have a very casual one. I wouldn't want to get that much into building the city, like to get stressed by it. And I got very quickly stressed with that game. I would like to have it more like how it was with the... Okay, very far-fetched example, but like with it was in the Zynga games back then. You probably don't remember those. But... Okay, even more extreme example. But that's different. That's more like a survival. I don't know examples, because the old sim was different in that way, but we were like so little when we played the first Sims, SimCity, what I'm talking about. It was just we were building, and sometimes the catastrophe came and destroyed everything, and we didn't understand anything. But that's the thing, that I will be able to build a city if I don't understand anything. So more like closer to a mobile game. Not that serious one.
After telling you about all the dangers with such a serious face, I didn't make you think that you're causing me trouble, did I?
Yeah?
Actually, Paimon did think about taking our invite back.
No, please don't do that. Actually, that is also a part of what Uncle New taught me as a guide. The difficulty of the trip is the very first thing that needs to be clearly laid out to the group. If you want a chance of reaching the destination together, you must first reach a consensus on the amount of effort that will be required.
I mean, that makes sense.
I always felt that my teacher is no less skilled than Ko'olo. But Uncle New has never been to the island, so Ko'olo always uses that to push us down. So, as Uncle New's student, I've always wanted to complete the trip to prove his skills. It's a pity that I've never had the chance.
Okay, these two. They will interrupt.
But don't you have that chance now, Mulani? If you'd agree to be our guide, we're completely willing to trust you with our lives. With the help of the renowned traveler and her trusty companion, you'll definitely be able to find the mysterious island. Then you can come back and teach that Ko'olo a lesson.
Ko'olo.
Oh, Paimon. Come on, bring it in.
Hey.
You're making Paimon blush.
Alrighty then. If we're gonna go, we should start preparing right away. I've already had the plans for this trip written out for some time. Come with me.
Okay, she's a hugger. She hugged Kachina very similarly back then, and they even show it, and we were like jealous. Jelly.
Oh, it's that scholar guy. Paimon almost forgot he was still here.
I would like to forget he is there.
Scholar guy? My name is Varamdra. Please use it.
Oh, fuck you.
I didn't expect to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
and it's that lady too. Hello again.
Excuse me, Miss Guide. Since we've been referred to you, would it be okay for us to join your journey?
Well, the Marvel's Guardians was free, I think, at the Christmas Epic Extravaganza when they were giving it away for free, so I don't need to buy it. Yeah.
I'm Mualani. Just call me by my name.
But the crew too is like less than $1.
As for whether or not you can come along, I'm sure you've already heard the requirements. We've only just met, and I'm not sure you're cut out for this trip. The path to the mysterious island is a grueling one.
Oh.
I admit that after coming to Natlan, I've encountered many things outside of my field of expertise. It's understandable you're worried that we'll slow you down. So how about this? We'll set off with you as ordinary travel companions, and I'll pay you the usual commission fees. But we won't officially be your clients.
Technicality.
In other words, you needn't shoulder the responsibility of being our guide. And even if something were to happen to us, your reputation as a guide won't be tarnished as a result. How does that sound?
Very clingy.
If you accompany us, then you are a member of the team. I could never agree to such a careless deal. Oh, don't tell me you think I'm the same kind of person as Ko'olo.
Oh yeah, also that one. So that made me think if I want. But I can lose more if I miss out on a month of subscription. So I have the humble choice as well. So yeah, I have a redeem code now for that.
So you still refuse?
What did she say? Yeah, she was reasonable. There you are.
Fine. Kari, I'll put the more for the return trip in your backpack. Without a guide, the road ahead may be dangerous, so please don't follow me.
Verandra?
Now he wants to go alone? Why is this guy so obsessed with that island?
Wait! Please don't do this in front of a guide. I can't let a tourist go on some dangerous journey all alone. Even my sweet mom would give me a harsh scolding if I ever let you do that.
Don't even tell them that that's the case. He will use it against you.
So sorry for the trouble. Really.
Don't say that. Although it'd be inappropriate to bring along two strangers I just met, there is another solution. How about this? Let's meet up tomorrow morning at the monument near the tribe's southeastern slope. I'll see you there.
So you've decided to accept my offer?
No. My plan is to use some of our time together to turn you from strangers into friends. The kind we can trust with our lives.
That's your plan? Very well then.
Wonderful. On behalf of both Verandra and I, thank you so much.
I mean, I don't care about that part.
Pretty sure only Mualani could come up with a plan like that.
Yep, that's one of the for
We
you.
need to get started on our preparations. Come with me.
Alright. I was taking way too much time away from this story.
Hey, Alafa. I've got some business for you.
We've been over this before. The name's Yellowpath.
I know. It's just that Lafa sounds so much cuter.
Well, since you're the customer here, I guess whatever floats your boat.
I need a camping tent with all the accessories. Only the best you've got.
Another commission, huh? Just so you know, a full tent according to your standards is gonna be pricey. Is your client covering the bill?
how much are we talking?
Don't worry about the costs. I'll take care of it.
Oh, but that's not right.
We're the clients after all.
Ahem. Let's make this clear, Traveler and Paimon. We're not working together like this is a hired commission, are we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. We're traveling as close friends who trust each other with anything.
That's what I thought. Honestly, I can be a little picky when it comes to camping equipment, and I don't want my friends to be paying for me. But don't worry, it's not that expensive.
And she will say it.
Nappa.
She will say the price.
Total is
Yeah.
1,000 mora.
Isn't that still a lot for you, Mualani?
Just imagine us in the wilderness, okay? We can either sleep out in the open, tired and weary, or simply spend a week's worth of pocket money and completely solve that problem. I'd say that's a great deal.
And also, more like you don't already have a tent if you're going camping a lot or anything like, or these are like one-time use tents.
You call that a week's worth of pocket money? Are you rich, Mualani?
That's not important.
Huh?
Still need to buy some equipment from another store. Come with me.
She probably is. She's some kind of princess, isn't she? Okay, how far? Oh, right there. She would have jumped into the water.
Afternoon, Uncle On.
You call me uncle, but I'm old enough to be your grandfather, you know.
Well, it's better than call you an auntie.
Because you're still young, Uncle On. Hey, can you help me find something kind of rare? I can negotiate the price. What do you say?
All right. What are you looking for?
A record player. Specifically, the kind that's convenient to take camping.
Ah, that model is pretty rare indeed. I thought it'd be nice to keep it as a prized collectible in the shop.
Uncle On.
Just don't break it, okay? I'll even buy it back from you when you're done with it.
Thanks, Uncle On.
A record player? Does that mean we need to buy some records too?
Yep, and that's our next stop.
I mean, what? I'm kinda... She's probably shopping for getting friends, not...
Hey, Paka Paka.
Mualani? Have you finally decided to release a record of your own?
You'd be the first I'd sign with if I ever did, but not today. I just want to buy a record. The one you've been keeping from customers and listening to in secret.
I mean, I have Yakuza until I think the 4th? Or I don't know. The new ones... I think I even have the Like a Dragon Ishin. But I think I'm missing like the 5th or 6th or both, somewhere there. I'm not finished with the series, and the very new one I don't have it, and I never played any of it. But the Zero I do have.
That's a pretty rare record, you know? Besides, I haven't even finished listening to that one yet.
Maybe I can think of a way to connect you with a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind to release a record.
Whoa, then we could produce some really wild tunes. You've got a deal.
Nice. That's the record also accounted for.
Okay.
What do we need it for anyway?
Well, I asked a friend from the Masters of the Night Wind for some advice once, and apparently, playing this song at night is an effective way to keep travelers safe and sound.
Is that really a thing? Well, if it doesn't cost much, that's a nice way to make the trip a little more pleasant.
You know how it goes, Mualani. 20,000 mora for this record. That's the best I can do.
Deal.
Looks like Mualani really is rich.
That should be about everything we need to buy. Next is... Ooh, I'm getting kind of nervous.
What's wrong, Mualani?
Next, I need to find my teacher and get the map to the island.
Oh
Besides
ho.
the legend left by the first chief, there's also a map. Well, not just a regular map, it's more like a treasure map.
Yeah, figured.
It's full of strange symbols, almost like it's a part of a big puzzle. Guides must draw from their experience to decipher the map's meaning and understand the route. The chief made several copies of the map and distributed them to the first members of the tribe. The copies were to be passed down to future generations, so usually a teacher will pass their copy to their student. Which brings us to today. The day I officially ask Uncle Nu for his copy of the map.
Oh, whoa, ho.
Hearing that is also making Paimon feel a little nervous. Sounds like it must be a pretty serious moment.
Yes, but the thought of having you two by my side somehow makes me feel a lot better. We won't let Uncle Nu down, right?
Right.
That's right! Let's go and find him together!
Yeah, and but if she's nervous, we probably will have some other kind of insight that we expect. Well, that's a young guy.
Afternoon, Uncle Nu. I have a big surprise for you.
A surprise? Then you must be here to finally pick up the map.
Oh, okay, that was
Saw right through me, as always.
that wasn't that difficult.
Did you forget that you had mentioned these two to me before? The ones who went to the Night Kingdom with you. In some sense, you could say that you've already trusted each other with your lives.
Yep.
It's just that my feelings are a little complicated now.
Hmm?
Do you think that I'm still not ready yet, Uncle Nu?
No, I believe you are the best guide in your generation. It's just that I'm not ready yet. After
All right.
all, the journey to the mysterious island is no easy feat for any guide of the people of the springs. I'm still a little worried.
Don't worry. With our help, Mualani will definitely be able to find the mysterious island.
Yeah. This time I'll definitely be able to prove that Ko'olo is no better than Uncle Nu.
Don't misunderstand. Since you've made up your minds, I won't try to stop you. It's just... Please listen to your teacher's words once more, Mualani.
There you
Our
go.
mission as guides has never been to prove anything. There is only one thing we must do. Guide tourists safely to their destination.
Oh, yeah.
I understand, Uncle Nu.
In that case, you may have the map. Also, take this with you.
That wasn't that
What is it?
It's a talisman. Take good care of it. You must return it to me when you get back from the mysterious island.
Was this made with spinel fruit? For some reason, this doesn't look like a regular spinel fruit to me.
Right, which is precisely why it's so effective.
You really know me best, Uncle Nu. All right. Traveler and
Is-
Paimon, tomorrow
Is
we
that
set
an
off.
instrument?
Make sure you get some good rest tonight.
Yay! Paimon can't wait for another adventure!
Wait until the following day. That's our sleeping for you.
It's about time to meet up now.
Okay. Wait a second, actually. Oh, this is bonus if I'm completing it within time. But this is what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Okay. So that's why it opens up in 2 days, the next one. But then this might be a bit longer than expected. That's what she said.
Traveler, Paimon, over here.
You're here, Mualani! Oh, and those strange scholars are here too.
Good morning, you two.
Morning!
So when are we leaving?
Seems you're as excited as a child before the start of our journey.
I just want to get down to business as soon as possible. You know this is no leisurely spring stroll, so I hope we can all act a little more professional.
Yeah, no. Friendship is what we are looking for, you know. You're not doing it, right? Oh, yeah. That was a different sound, but I'm sitting on a... I just realized I'm sitting on this memory foam, and whenever I sit down, it's... You hear? Alright, another one. Okay. I hope that it comes through. If not, then it's a different kind of funny.
Don't worry, I'm a very professional guide. Our journey to the mysterious island has officially begun.
Oh yeah. I kind of will just run
First,
through this.
do you all see the statue here?
Uh-huh. Is it an important clue?
Well, no, it's not a clue at all. He was the first chief of the people of the Springs who came back from the mysterious island and set up this place. It's a monument. The first thing we need to do before we set off is to touch the statue and pray to our ancestors. This will make our journey to the mysterious island smoother.
Is there any theoretical basis to support that claim?
I mean, you're a researcher.
A theoretical basis? No, but my teacher taught me it's an essential step before heading to the mysterious island.
You're a bad researcher.
Very good. You didn't try to argue with me over something that you aren't knowledgeable about. That's very professional of you.
Oh yeah.
Sure, but since this practice doesn't have an empirical basis, I won't be able to include it in my thesis.
I mean, that's still a reason to include it in your thesis. Just saying.
Come on, everyone. Greetings to my ancestors. As your descendant, I'm about to follow in your footsteps and witness your accomplishments. Allow me to depart under your gaze and return under your protective watch.
It really feels like we're about to embark on a great adventure.
We will.
Please get ready. We're going to look for the first clue.
Speaking of which, where should we look for the clue?
At a place where many gather. Like a party.
Huh?
Paimon, you're always cut off. Huh. Wow, so many Colosaurs. That's a party.
Wow, there are
As expected,
Oh, sorry.
the first clue is related to the Koholosaurs.
When people from outside the tribe get a copy of the map, most can deduce that the first clue is related to the Koholosaurs. But they often end up looking in the wrong direction. When the first chief created the map, he left a special mark for this part. It's a code that the tribe uses to indicate a herd of them. So it'll be impossible to gain any leads from just finding one or two stray Koholosaurs.
You're a real pro at this, Mualani.
But according to the information I've been able to find, Koholosaurs don't like gathering as herds unless it's to compete for the hot springs.
So let me tell you a secret that only a guide from the people of the springs would know. It so happens that wild Koholosaurs periodically gather in the valley up ahead. It's almost like how our tribe gathers together for festivals. Still, as soon as the season changes, the herd quickly disperses again. Unless you're a guide who's always running across Natlan, it would be very rare to ever witness such a thing.
This is a thing? I need to note this down right away and include an explanation as a part of my thesis.
Okay, you
According
do
to
that.
what I've deciphered from the map, a clue is hidden deep in that valley.
But to get there, won't we have to get through the herd of Koholosaurs?
We'll have to think of a way to sneak past without startling them. They're gathering together with their friends, so I'm sure they don't want to be disturbed.
You mean we're going to have to walk through the Koholosaur herd? That feels a little...
Given we've agreed to work together, everyone should do their part. However, Karia has been attacked by Koholosaurs before, so this isn't an ideal plan for her.
I mean, you both were attacked.
But it shouldn't be a problem at all for me. Let's have Karia wait here, and I'll take over all the tasks that were supposed to be entrusted to her.
That's not how it works, but whatever.
No worries. We don't need everyone to go. We actually need someone to stay and look after the luggage, so we'll leave that to you two. Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Is that so? Then that works out perfectly.
And now I understand how much you care for your assistant scholar.
Huh.
Follow me and stay close.
That was interesting. I'm not even controlling.
Oh no, we've been spotted. Let's back off and try again.
What?
These Koholosaurs sure seem on guard. We'll never get through.
Given you've already used the information provided by the map to deduce that the clue is in that valley, why don't you simply chase them away? You're pretty strong, aren't you?
First of all, the elders of the tribe have always warned us to never hurt the Koholosaurs. Doing so will almost certainly bring bad luck. And secondly, you can't just show up and intrude on others' gatherings, much less make them leave. That's just terrible.
But on what basis?
Haha, but on what basis?
Okay. So can we figure out another way to enter the valley?
There must be a way to enter the valley without startling them. It'd take a while for me to come up with a solution on my own, so I'd like to ask everyone to help come up with some ideas.
Let Paimon think. Oh, is there a detour or another way around?
According to the map, the clue is right in the middle of the Koholosaur herd. Even if we try to approach from the other side, we'll just run into the same problem.
This is tricky.
Karia, I've noticed that you only talk when you're trying to help smooth things over between Varamdra and the others.
Hehehe.
I'm sure you must have some ideas of your own, so why don't you share them with us?
Good observation.
Me? All right. When Varamdra decided to look for leads on the Koholosaurs, I wanted to help, and so I also looked up some information about the creatures. I discovered something very interesting. We thought that the Koholosaurs relied on their hearing to track their prey, but they also possess a very keen sense of smell. But I'm not sure how useful that information is.
It is, because right now we need to cover ourselves in Colossar P.
That was actually very useful, Miss Karia.
You can just call me Karia.
In that case, please stay here and keep an eye on the luggage. Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I've got an idea.
Which is based in their blood.
Found it!
What's this?
The key to making our way through the herd. If the Koholosaurs have a keen sense of smell, then even if we try to sneak around and stay out of sight, they'll still notice us once we get close enough. But this plant can help us solve that problem, because its fragrance is very similar to the scent of a Koholosaur. We can apply the plant's extract to our bodies and trick their sense of smell.
So, we're gonna rub plant juice on ourselves?
Yeah, definitely.
Don't worry, it's also good for your skin.
Well, and he collects some of the plants, extract, blah blah blah.
Paimon feels all wet and slimy. But this actually does smell like a Koholosaur.
Perfect. Okay, let's try to make our way through again.
Right.
Be sure to stay out of sight. What's that sound? Careful!
Hmm.
Oh, it's just a young Koholosaur. Don't worry, this little one doesn't pose any danger.
Okay.
How could there be so many here? We can't get through! Oh, I have an idea. Wait here.
Okay. Oh, human bait.
Come on!
Oh well.
Careful! Don't startle them.
You're getting even deeper.
Follow me and stay close.
Whenever I stay close.
Look, a bunch are gathering around that rock. What are they doing?
Maybe when things start to get boring, they gather together and talk about something fun? Too bad I can't understand what they're saying.
But Paimon thought guides from the people of the springs could understand Koholosaurs.
I mean, we were told that, but
Sounds like someone has been trying to trick you.
True, they were definitely trying to scam us. Huh? Do you see that on the rock? It looks like some kind of drawing.
I've heard that there is a type of moss that changes color when it reacts to the biological signals released by Koholosaurs. But to trigger that sort of reaction, you'd need a huge number of Koholosaurs. That must be the clue!
Should we take a picture?
Oh, the flash might disturb them. Let me try to copy it down.
okay, Milana copies down the mossy drawing and quietly leads blah blah blah.
The first stage of the journey now, right?
I see. Had we chosen to drive the Koholosaurs off, then we never would have found this lead. Seems there was a logical basis for everything you said after all.
Has he always been this way, Miss Karia?
He's just obsessed with his research. That's all.
At least this has shown that my judgment is correct. I've proven my trustworthiness. And so, there should be no need for us to argue next time.
Yes, I understand. And I suppose that'll help us avoid wasting time.
Mulamani really knows how to lead our group.
She's a professional guide after all. I mean, actually, that is... she does it in a way that she points out whenever something happens that that has to be seen in a different perspective, which is, I think it's really cool.
Next, we'll need to use the lead we found to uncover our next destination. Now, what does this pattern represent?
The problem with it is that in real life, when somebody is confronted by their shortcomings, then they are the one who get offended, even though they are the origins of those things that are mentioned back to them.
Hard to tell. Paimon certainly doesn't have any idea what it's trying to get at.
Aha! I got it. Though the lines are kind of rough, I can still see that they represent the boundaries between the water and the land at Jadeskirt Knoll. We can use this to fill in the hole on the map and find our next destination.
Hey.
Really? You got all that just from some rough lines?
Well, intuition is also a part of it. Maybe I've just seen too many maps as a guide, and now it's easier for me to pick up on patterns like that. All right, break time is over. Let's get ready to move.
Yay! That's... Hey, there's a Kulus. How could I reach it from here?
Let's hope you put up a good fight. Let's finish this time. Forget it.
It's like I need to reach it while going through that line. Huh. Probably. Oh. Then I guess not now.
Shower me with praise. Okay, this is the place.
So, where do we go next?
I'm not completely sure yet. The map seems to indicate there's a mechanism here that crosses the water. But I still need to think about what these lines might be referring to.
I knew it.
Bridge?
My theory was correct.
What do you?
Sounds like he's got something to say again.
If you have any suggestions, then please feel free to share.
I believe the mechanism that the lines are indicating is a spirit way.
That is a possibility. But I don't remember anyone from the tribe setting up a spirit door around here.
According to my theory, it might not have been set up by humans. The dragons living in Natlan also used a similar device, long before the humans. Speaking of which, the spirit doors your tribe uses may have been built imitating the dragon ones.
Oh, I remember now. Uncle New did mention this possibility to me before.
After learning about the legend, I realized that it was connected to my research. And so, I looked up a lot of related information.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Even though I haven't found an exact route to the mysterious island, I'm fairly certain I've deduced the geographical features of the island's surrounding areas.
Cannot get any more proud.
Firstly, it's at an intersection between water and land. And secondly, there should be a high concentration of phlogiston. My research indicates that the Spirit Way was originally a natural phenomenon caused by the flow of phlogiston. Therefore, the area must contain many potential spirit ways, and the dragons who lived here in ancient times may have left behind some devices to control them.
Oh, cool.
Amazing! Now it all makes sense.
Now everyone's contributing to the team.
Really? Except you.
flatter me. If my theory is correct, we should already be very close to the mysterious island. Once you've unlocked the mechanism, we'll be able to derive the island's location.
Really?
All right. Then let's start searching for the dragon's spirit door.
Okay.
It's just a quick and easy name. I won't be able to include it in my thesis. Given the dragons used the device long before the humans, we should stick with a name that references no human concepts. Calling it a phlogiston node would be much more appropriate.
Then let's start searching for the phlogiston node. Speaking of which, what does it look like exactly?
If I'm not mistaken... Look that way!
That's a Sims character
This should be it, right?
node.
Looks like we can activate it once we get close enough. The light does remind me of a spirit way. But according to the map, there should be 2 more phlogiston nodes. Let's keep searching, everyone.
Yep. Not there.
Watch this.
Yo, dude.
Stabilize.
Overruled.
Forget it.
Already forgotten. Alright, there is one here. Probably. Ish. Whoa. What? Oh, nope, not now. No. We don't have the time. That kind of time. I think I'm getting lost in something else. Definitely, because now this tells me that it's completely in different place. Wasn't the arena somewhere here? Or because I did not leave that freaking island.
Paimon sees it! Oh, but it's way up high. We'll need to find a way up there.
Shit. There you go. Can we stand on halfway? Maybe. All right. Oh, fuck you, game.
Quake.
Shit. There.
Me to come along?
Yeah, that was necessary. Very important. Oh, and also this is what I...
One with nature.
completed. Alright. That's done. Or did I do the commissions as well? Huh. What the? Now back here. Yeah. Okay, what else? Nope. This one. I don't know what it wants to tell me. The pouch. Okay. Oh. What up, guys?
We finally found all of them.
Great work, everyone! Okay, now first, we need to figure out how to control this thing. Its qualities are very similar to that of a man-made device, but it doesn't seem as intuitive to me.
Is there something wrong?
See, look at this. After activating a normal spirit door, we could just go ahead and use it. But this one requires someone to stay and keep operating it here. Also, according to the map, we need to activate the mechanism and switch between different phlogiston nodes to change the path of the spirit way.
So it's going to be similar to the choo-choo something something?
If we don't operate the nodes properly, then the people on the spirit way will come tumbling from the sky.
Isn't that super dangerous?
In theory, the process should be very safe, but only if the 3 phlogiston nodes are each being operated by someone.
Do you think you'd be able to operate it? I just tried, and it clearly requires more skill than a typical spirit door.
Though I've never tried before, I've read a lot of information and theoretically should be able to properly control it. Let me give it a try.
Yeah, he is.
Huh? But in theory, this shouldn't happen.
If Varandra can't control it, then that also rules out me.
Okay, well, how about you?
After all the adventures she's been on, handling something like this should be easy peasy.
Alright, then it'll be up to the Traveler to stay here and operate the phlogiston node. I'll go activate the mechanism. I'll let you know when we need to switch nodes. Just make sure you quickly head to the corresponding node, and we should make it safely.
Wait,
Okay.
but handling it this way sounds even more dangerous, Mulani.
Don't worry. It looks like the spirit ways are all above the water. I'm pretty good at swimming, so I'm not afraid if I end up falling in.
But it's so high, and you'll be falling so fast. If we don't manage to reach a node in time, or if we make a mistake, there's a lot that can happen.
Do you still remember the promise we made before we left Paimon?
You don't have a glider?
Only those who can trust each other with their lives can reach the mysterious island. Since you two are willing to trust me, then naturally, I'm willing to trust you.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty.
Just leave it to us.
Please be careful.
When doing a Spiritway challenge, you can jump to switch the adjacent tracks. When close to another track, jump while holding down the directional movement control to switch tracks. I thought that we were going to do the node thingy. Oh. Alrighty.
Now switch to the spirit way on the right!
Alright.
Please, activate the next node!
Oh, oh. What? Why was that right there?
Carving waves.
Oh. Well. I thought that I'm more ahead. What the? Why was that not working?
The path ends up ahead.
There.
Switch to the next spirit way. Traveler, get to the next node. Got it.
Paimon heard
Huh?
Mualani shouting just now. Let's go find the node we need.
I mean, it's this one.
Mualani, we've taken care of the final node. Please be careful.
Oh, fuck. Oh, it goes around. And there we are. And what did we gain?
That was perfect.
The real treasure is the friendship we make along the way. We all know that, right?
You were amazing, Mualani. There were a couple of moments Paimon thought it was over.
I'm confident I could do it all over again. Wait, why are the phlogiston nodes no longer lit?
Oh no, you're right.
It appears the phlogiston nodes here need to automatically recharge. Once they're activated, they'll be unusable for some time.
In that case, no matter what happens next, we have to seize our chance. Otherwise, who knows how long we'll have to wait for another shot.
Do you hear that?
It's raining.
The weather's getting gloomy, and a bunch of whirlpools just appeared in the water.
Yes, we need to get to higher ground and take a look.
Okay. You make your way up the hill nearby.
Hey, look over there!
Whoa, there's a giant whirlpool over there.
Yep, and that's our next stop.
What?
Huh? What do you mean?
Just what I wanted to ask. Huh?
The info I deciphered from the map points to only one possibility. To reach the mysterious island, we must enter that massive whirlpool.
No way.
Forgive me for being frank, but as a guide of the people of the Springs, I'm sure you understand the danger of such a vortex even better than we do.
Yes, I know. But whether it's the information deciphered from the map, or the direction of the spirit way that I observed in the air, everything points to the path ahead being hidden in that whirlpool.
And what if you're wrong?
Parandra.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to be unreasonable. Unfortunately, I'm very knowledgeable in this area.
I mean, at this point I can understand him.
Spirit waves must have affected the nearby bodies of water and lowered the water level. That's why the whirlpools appeared. At this rate, some of the land that was once underwater will soon reappear at the surface and see the light of day again. Don't you think that sounds more like the definition of a mysterious island? So, our goal should be the shallow waters. If we enter that vortex, the undercurrents will drag us to the bottomless abyss.
He does seem to have a point.
I can't find any evidence to refute your claim for the moment, but I still trust my judgment.
Then it seems like it's time for our collaboration to come to an end.
Oh, that was quick.
But didn't we all agree to trust each other?
I have reached this conclusion based on my field of expertise, and I cannot deny it, even if you try to convince me otherwise. From now on, let us each choose our own way.
I mean, I don't get his stubbornness other than the story. They want to keep it short. But his logic makes much more sense, because if it would be based on something what Mualani says, that that would indicate that we should go there, other than there's an explanation to why that is happening, and how an island would be able to emerge from that. So yeah, in real life I would go with this one. Here we know that, okay, Mualani will be right, but maybe not, because plot twist.
No, I refuse.
You?
Huh?
Letting your clients separate themselves from the group in the middle of a journey will result in the worst luck possible. I will not agree to that.
Huh?
Then we can implement the plan I proposed at the very beginning. You're not my guide, and as such, you don't have to take responsibility for me.
Oh, but you can't do that once you've traveled together as a group. If you were to leave now, we'll all be hit with bad luck. It's now beyond both our control. How about this? You and Karia wait here. We'll go first and investigate the whirlpool. I know you like to explain everything with theories and logic, so let me build my case first, and then I'll come back to convince you.
Well,
Traveler, Paimon, let's get going.
Okay. We're going from there. I was like, we're just jumping in there and that's it.
Whoa, the massive whirlpool is up ahead. Just the thought of going in there is making Paimon dizzy.
Do you also think that this is a reckless decision?
Well...
It's okay. That's completely normal. Actually, I completely understand how Varamdra feels. This is just how it is to be a guide. The tribe's experiences passed down from generation to generation are what give us the ability to guide our guests through hardships. This gives us the power to decide which way we should go. But it also means that we must bear the consequences of our mistakes in judgment, which could be quite dire this time. Although I'm pretty convinced that all the leads we have collected are pointing us to the whirlpool, I still don't know what awaits us inside. If the scholars still choose to reject my plan, I won't have the confidence to ask them to only do as I say. The same goes for the two of you. You are the commissioners, so if you think this is too risky, then it's perfectly reasonable if you want to end the trip here. The good news is that I know the way back to the tribe very well.
Mualani?
We've already made a promise to each other. We'll reach the island together.
Traveler.
That's right. You've trusted us before, Mualani. Now it's our turn to trust you. Besides, it's gonna take more than a whirlpool to scare the two of us. We all managed to make it back from the Night Kingdom. After an experience like that, what's so scary about being sucked into a whirlpool?
Aw, Paimon. Come on, bring it in again.
Alright. Let's investigate this whirlpool and see if we can gather any info to convince that scholar. Matters of luck aside, he definitely knows a lot about geography and we'll need him on the team.
I know, it's just that we can't see much from here. I'll get closer to the water and have another look.
Wait a sec. Is it just Paimon or does the whirlpool seem to be getting smaller?
You're right. Maybe it's just like the phlogiston nodes and can only be active for a certain amount of time.
Probably.
That means we need to hurry.
Miss Guide, we have a problem.
Karya, what are you doing here?
I tried to persuade him, but Varamdra insisted on verifying his theory first.
Oh, stupidess.
He said that the water to the south was about to be shallow enough to wade through. But after he took a few steps, the water suddenly began to surge and he was swept away. I'm not much of a swimmer, so I came to call for help.
Oh, why did this have to happen now? Can we still make it into the whirlpool?
No time to hesitate. I'll get in the water and rescue him. Just tell me which way he went, Karya.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That way? He's been pulled away by the current. Not here either. The current is too fast. We found him.
so I could have gone faster. I just should have used shift.
Karya came and found us just in time.
Oh, there they are!
Varamdra, thank goodness you're all right. Thank you so much, Miss Guide.
Oh, didn't I tell you to wait for me?
Judging by the changes in the water's surface, the path to the mysterious island wouldn't be around for long. I didn't want to miss this opportunity. It's just... I didn't expect my calculations to be wrong. It seems you were right.
Oh,
Right, who knows if we can make it back in time now? Huh? Well, the whirlpools have disappeared!
Seems we missed our chance.
Why would you give up on such an opportunity to come rescue me?
oh, stupidess.
How can you say that? It's already bad enough that you had to be left behind. Do you think I'd let anyone in my group drown?
Oh,
I'm really sorry.
Don't feel guilty, Karya. I think if I reactivate the nodes, that will cause the whirlpools to reappear. The only problem is that we still don't know exactly when we'll be able to do that. It's already getting late now, and we've been on the move for a whole day. As your guide, I suggest we make camp first and have a good meal. We can talk about the other stuff tomorrow.
Now that you mention it, Paimon is feeling a little hungry.
It's a miracle she hasn't mentioned food for so long.
Hey, Paimon's stomach can be very sensible. It won't interrupt while everyone's busy solving puzzles.
We have plenty of tasty things to eat. Let's just find a suitable spot to make camp. I like that place right over there.
Well, it guides everyone to the best place to make camp.
Is this the spot? Let Paimon and the Traveler help set up the tent.
Go ahead. I'll take care of the fire. Oh, and here's a little camping tip. It's best to set the tent upwind from the campfire.
All right, now. Okay, let's go through this. But if how long I have to go?
What do you think? This is a specialty dish I learned to make that's perfect for camping.
It really hits the spot. You're a great cook, Mualani.
Karya helped out quite a bit, so she deserves some credit too.
Right, Karya's good.
No, I'm just happy I was able to help out.
What was that sound? Oh, it's scary to camp out at night.
Don't worry. Remember the record player I bought? Let me go turn it on.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Listen. Not bad, right?
Wow, so it really works! Paimon thought you were just playing it for good luck.
My parents told me that most of the valuable experience from our ancestors is hidden in various customs. It's always better to trust our traditions.
Huh. Guess that makes sense.
In a sense, this trip to the mysterious island is also a custom left behind by the first chief of the tribe. I wonder what kind of experience he's trying to share with us.
What kind of person was he like?
Yeah, Paimon would like to know too.
Even though I've heard my parents tell stories since I was little, I actually don't know too much about him. It's said that he was the first person to make a map of Natlan, and even the first person to become friends with the Koholosaurus.
That sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah, there isn't a place in Natlan that he didn't visit. Even the most remote parts bear his footprints. Even now, no one has even come close to his reputation and status as a guide. His trip to the mysterious island is the most legendary of all his accomplishments. But oddly enough, after returning from the mysterious island, he laid aside his yearning for adventure and chose to settle down. That's how the tribe was founded. It really makes me wonder what the journey meant to him.
And what did he brought back? We will find out that the mysterious island is something that was there all along.
A camping trip shouldn't be this stuffy and quiet. Everyone needs to help make it more lively. How about this? Before we rest for the night, let's have a bonfire party.
Primo Gems.
If we're going to go plunging into that whirlpool tomorrow, then wouldn't it be best to try to rest and conserve energy now?
Now's not the time to be a party pooper. You ought to agree to ideas from the one who rescued you today.
Yeah, she's right.
All right. So what do the rules stipulate for a bonfire party?
Rules? A bonfire doesn't have any rules. Everyone just needs to have a good time. How about this? I'll ask everyone a question, and then we'll take turns saying what's on our mind.
Okay, sounds fun enough.
So, for the first question, what's the purpose of a journey?
Oh, we were just talking about this.
Let's hear everyone's ideas, and maybe we can figure out what the first chief was thinking back when he made the trip.
Oh, really?
I can go first. If you ask Paimon what the purpose of a journey is, it should definitely be about treasure and all kinds of delicious food. And most importantly, it's about making the trip together with your companions.
Yep.
Yes, I can't agree more.
I mean, I actually, me too.
You, traveler?
The purpose of a journey. You close your eyes and recall the moment you were separated from him. You remember the purpose of your journey has been to find him all along, but you have yet to achieve this goal. You don't seem to see any other meaning to this long journey. Oh. Oh. Not yet, at least. However, you suddenly begin to recall the sound of the windmills creaking in Mondstadt and the sight of the colorful night sky in Liyue Harbor. You remember the moment you stepped into the islands of Inazuma with the falling sakura petals. You remember following the smell of coffee in Sumeru. You hear the sound of the tide and then return to the waters of Fontaine, swimming alongside schools of colorful fish. Schools? These things seem to be the real meaning of your journey.
You sure are taking your time thinking about it.
Where would I even start?
I get it. You must have passed through many nations before making it to Natlan, right? It's quite possible that your experience traveling is more than what I have as a guide. It's understandable that you can't explain it off the top of your head. Why don't I circle back to you later? You can tell me once you have a clear answer.
Okay.
Next, let's hear what Karia has to say.
Me? If you ask about my travels... Well, this is actually my first time traveling, so I don't have anything useful to contribute.
That doesn't matter. This is a party around the bonfire, not some research seminar.
All right. If I had to say what the meaning of a journey is, I'd say it provides an opportunity for true companionship. Before you reach the destination, You don't need to think about anything outside the trip itself. As long as you stick together with your companions, you won't have any trouble to worry about.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm on too.
Uh-huh. I hope that didn't sound too silly.
That was alright.
Alright, now it's Verandra's turn.
Alright, if you insist. In my opinion, our goals and dreams in life are all in pursuit of what we call results. The so-called journey is but a path that leads to these results.
Uh-huh.
So, the greatest meaning of a journey lies in managing to find the right result.
Uh-huh.
Not sure I completely get what you mean.
There's nothing difficult to understand. It's the same as the decision of your first chief. He must have discovered enough valuable results after visiting the mysterious island to decide that he should end his journey. Once you've achieved the results you want, any additional journeys would become all but meaningless.
Yeah, nothing.
Before coming here, someone had stolen the results of one of my research projects. All that person had to do was sign his name on my achievements, and he was able to take all of the honors. All my effort vanished into the air as though it never existed. Do you understand now, Miss Guide? Without results, the journey is meaningless.
I sympathize with your situation, but I'm afraid I can't agree with your take.
I don't need your sympathy. As long as I can reach the mysterious island and find the correct results, my pain and struggles will become just another insignificant part of the process.
Yeah.
What happened during the day already proved that my theories were wrong, so I'm willing to trust your judgment. I apologize for our previous argument. I must make it to the mysterious island, and if I have to entrust my life to someone else to achieve that goal, then so be it.
Yeah, you don't understand it.
That actually supposed to be an apology? Because it sounded kind of awkward.
Actually, there's a saying among the guides of the people of the springs. If the goal of the journey was to reach the destination, then you should have never left the house to begin with. Because the final destination of every journey is your home. It would be disrespectful of my duties as a guide if I were just taking tourists straight to where they wanted to go. It's my hope to also make everyone feel happy along the way to their destination. That is what I would truly call a journey. And that is my answer.
Just as you don't agree with me, I can't agree with your point of view either.
Hmm.
I'm not too
You have the
worried
right.
about that. After all, another purpose of traveling is to help people understand each other better.
What sort of logic is that?
Alright, that's it for this round. Since it's still early, how about we tell some horror stories next?
Huh? Oh, now Paimon's scared.
That was cute. Oh no, Paimon's good. Okay.
Paimon slept so well. Oh, Mulan and the others seem to be up already. Let's go see what they're up to.
Yeah, next time. I have to finish it here. And yeah. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. What the?